Why didn't my property sell this summer? Did your property sit on the market all summer without selling? If so, you might be wondering, what went wrong? Is the market bad? Is my house price too high? Or did buyers just disappear? The good news is that an unsold property doesn't necessarily mean your property is the problem. Often it means the listing strategy needs to change. Hey, I'm David Chenoweth with Coldwell Banker Southern Realty in Jackson, Tennessee. If your property was listed this summer and didn't sell, I want to walk you through the most common reasons that happens, and more importantly, what we can do differently to give your property a better chance of selling. Because putting a property back on the market and simply hoping for a different result usually isn't enough. First, pricing. This is probably the biggest factor. Your property may be worth what you believe it's worth, but the buyers are comparing it to everything else available right now. And if buyers consistently choose competing properties over yours, that tells us something. Maybe the price is too high. Maybe the property is priced appropriately, but isn't positioned strongly enough against the competition. Or maybe the market has changed since the original listing price was determined. The solution isn't simply to slash the price. We need to look at the current competition, recent sales, buyer activity, showing feedback, and market trends, and determine where your property needs to be positioned today. First, impressions is the second thing. Buyers are making decisions faster than ever. Before they schedule a showing, they've probably already looked at photos, price, location, description, and online presentation. So if your listing photos are dark, cluttered, poorly composed, or simply didn't show the property at its best, you may be losing buyers before they ever walk through the door. That's why presentation matters. Sometimes that means decluttering, sometimes it's strategic staging. Sometimes it's professional photography, better video, or updated marketing. The goal is simple: make the property look like the opportunity buyers have been waiting for. Third, and this is where I think many sellers miss an opportunity, is the overall listing strategy. A listing isn't just a sign in the yard and a few photos online. We need a plan. Who is the most likely buyer for this property? What features are more important to that buyer? How are competing properties being marketed? What should we highlight? What objections might buyers have? And how do we create enough attention when the property hits the market or relaunch if it already has been sitting? A property that didn't sell the first time doesn't always need the exact same strategy repeated. Sometimes it needs a reset. Another issue is market time. When a property sits for weeks or months, buyers may start wondering, what's wrong with it? Even if there's absolutely nothing wrong with the property. That's why we need to pay attention to buyer behavior. If you're getting showings but no offers, that's different from getting almost no showings. If you're getting online activity but very few appointments, that's different again. Those signals help us determine whether the issue is price, presentation, marketing, condition, or some other combination of all four. So if your property didn't sell this summer, here's how I can help. First, I'll take a fresh look at the property and the market. We'll review what happened during the previous listing, not just the number of days it was on the market, but the actual buyer response. Then we'll evaluate the competition and determine the right pricing strategy. Next, we'll look at the property's presentation. What should be changed? What should stay? What improvements will actually make a difference? And finally, we'll create a marketing plan designed around today's buyers, not the buyers who were in the market several months ago. If your property didn't sell this summer, don't assume that this means you missed the opportunity. It may simply mean it's time for a different approach. If you would like me to take a fresh look at your property and give you my honest opinion on pricing, presentation, and listing strategy, send me a message or give me a call. Properties are selling, just with the best strategy. Let's figure out what happened, and more importantly, what we can do differently to get you closer to sold. If you are anywhere in West Tennessee, give me a shout. I'm David Chenoweth with Coldwell Banker Southern Realty. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, subscribe for more real estate tips and market updates. Have a great day now.